When the HOA tried to control every little thing on my property, from the color of my mailbox to where I parked my car, they had no idea who they were messing with. I was done playing by their ridiculous rules, and soon they'd regret ever crossing me. I moved into this neighborhood 3 years ago. It was quiet, clean, and honestly, a dream come true, until the HOA started sticking their noses where they didn't belong. It started small. Letters about my grass being a little too long, or the color of my shutters being too bright. I brushed it off. Every homeowner deals with that, right? But then it got personal. One morning I woke up to find an HOA notice taped to my front door. It claimed I was violating community guidelines because of my security cameras. Apparently they didn't like how my cameras made the neighborhood feel watched. Funny thing was, those cameras were the only reason we caught a few package thieves last month. I went to the next HOA meeting to explain, but instead of listening, the board acted like I was some kind of criminal. The president, Mr. Collins, I'm a smug man with a clipboard always in his hand, and told me, rules are rules. Either remove them or face daily fines. That's when I realized this wasn't about rules. It was about control. So I did what any smart neighbor would do. I started reading the HOA bylaws. Every page, every paragraph. And guess what? I found something interesting. The HOA hadn't properly renewed its charter in over a year. That meant legally, they didn't have the power to issue fines or enforce most of their rules. But I didn't stop there. I also discovered that Mr. Collins had been using HOA funds to pay for his private lawn service and personal expenses. He thought no one would notice, until I brought it to the next meeting. I walked into that room with a folder full of documents, copies of transactions, and a calm smile. As they began lecturing me about my violations, I stood up and said, "Actually, I think you might be violating a few things yourself." You could hear a pin drop. I laid out the evidence for everyone to see. The misuse of funds, the expired charter, and even a few emails showing how they targeted certain homeowners unfairly. The look on Mr. Collins's face was priceless. Within 2 weeks, the HOA board was dissolved. A new one was elected with fair rules, and this time homeowners had a real say. And as for me, let's just say my cameras are still up, and now they're pointed right where they belong, at the HOA office. If you've ever had to deal with an out-of-control HOA, hit that like button and tell me your story in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more real-life neighborhood revenge stories, and because sometimes the best payback is playing by their own rules.